What up, YouTube? It's your boy Sleep back with another video, and today we're reacting to It's Not Looking Good for Ice Spice. Damn, I ain't gonna lie, I haven't heard from Ice Spice in a while though. She linked up with Soul Girl from Stranger Things, Millie Bobby Brown, random. But we gonna see what this video is about. But before we do, like the video, hype the video, sub up, and let's see what this video hitting for. Let go.
Because Ice Spice really has made the same song over and over again, and people been tired of it. But right now, we're seeing it in real time. A tweet just went viral, 10 million views, saying exactly that. Ice Spice done made this song 20 times before. And I'm not gonna lie, Ice Spice's career being in this state of nothing but bad reviews shouldn't be a surprise to anybody, because y'all know Ice Spice, her music was never the forefront of her career. That never was what carried her. For a good artist, your music is
I don't know about that, bro.
her music is supposed to do the heavy lifting. For Ice Spice, her looks did the heavy lifting. People see
We can't act like she ain't have no bops. After she did all that track with she should have went pop. But like, how far would she have gone with that though? That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like, yeah, it's cool to get in that bag if she could. Essential C. Yeah, I don't know. Cause like she proved she could do it. She can get in that, but I wouldn't say she should switch to mainly that though. She should dabble, you know what I'm saying, get into a little commercial spots. But damn,
her, they was like, oh, she bad.
It's a fire picture though. If I can get this clear HD, I'll put that on my wall here.
Then they listen to the music, they're like, oh, this shit is trash. This isn't, you know, this isn't gonna hold up. Because really think about it. When is the last time you heard Ice Spice go viral or Ice Spice name in the news because her music was really good? Not over some BS. Not her getting into a fight at McDonald's, or her beefing with Nicki Minaj, or her just being in these real childish situations. Let's really look through it. One of the biggest indicators that told a lot about the state of her career was when she would drop her Y2K album. Because not only did the Y2K album itself do bad, but the deluxe did even worse. Keep in mind, right? Ice Spice would come out and she would drop her big debut.
This is bad though. 28K, that's bad. Compared to, all right, why is my yeah, word. 28K is bad though. Compared to Doechii selling 11K, Lizzo barely selling 2.5. You feel what I'm saying? Like 28K. What did Lotto sell her last album? She sold first week sales. Damn, I sure got her beat. I'm saying 33K to 34. But still, that's not bad, bro.
This was supposed to be her moment. This was supposed to be her time. And it sold 28,000 copies first week for an artist that was her size. At that time, she had 12, 13, 14 million months.
Bro, talking like she was Ariana Grande or something. Like, no. Everybody could barely pass, like this, they could barely pass like a cool 25K. She did that. You know what I'm saying? Besides Doja Cat, my bad. Besides Doja Cat, yeah, besides Doja Cat, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, Megan, Glorilla, damn. I think Sexy Red could pull over 30K. But who else is doing that? Everybody is kind of like, even Mana Leo, like as fire as she is. Lakia. Everybody else is more like singles artists that are not really, you feel me? Like they're not doing that. So I feel like this is valid, especially for somebody her size. With how everything is nowadays, albums ain't selling like that for real. You feel me? Unless you're like the top, like Drake, Kendrick, J. Cole, Rod Wave, Tyler the Creator, Travis, Kanye. Other than that, bro, it's fries, bro.
On Spotify. So you thinking, damn, her pull is crazy. Her audience reach must be something insane. Like, it must mean she has a true fan base that's put up behind her. When she came out and dropped the music and it showed that wasn't the case. I mean, truly at her peak, she had 40 million monthly listeners. But XSL would say this. On Monday, Chart revealed the first week sales for Ice Spice's latest album. According to the tweet, it says she sold 28,000 copies first week between July 26th and the week.
Yeah, I feel like she should probably like start getting with writers. I ain't gonna lie. dibble and dabble into different sounds. The beats that she be rapping on, bro, I ain't gonna lie, recent ones, that shit is straight. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Real talk. Straight cheeks. And I like Ice Spice, you know that. Like she was snapping with the last album. What's it called? Let me see. What was the last album she had? Ice Spice. Talk to me. Nice. Dorothy was kind of like but before Y2K. Like. So the album Like was valid though. You feel me? Believe it or not, she was in her bag. And then Y2K, I don't know whether, I can't remember whether it was Y2K or it was Like, but the intro showed like, yeah, she can get like that for real. You feel what I'm saying? Like on some versatile shit, but then to kind of like slow it down and she started being more media influencer type. Yeah, stick with, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what being a female rapper is now though. It's more like brands instead of rapping. You more in the media. You doing shows. You doing streams. You doing deals. All these endorsements and stuff like that. Instead for rapping, bro, just rap.
It's for. She would say, after the new service online, Ice typed up a response regarding her latest accomplishment. Although the multi-platinum selling artist expressed her gratitude about her album release, she seemed more excited about what she's doing for her tour so far. Like her last little EP project, did 15K. So thank you to everyone who supported me. Thank you to the new support. And I mean, Twitter was on her ass. The internet was on her ass. One tweet would say, Ice Spice Y2K is truly a pathetic attempt at an album. With a complete lack of identity, extremely mediocre lyrics about pooping in the same repetitive subjects. With its jointly repetitive beats, every track on this album is forgettable. She could have kept this one. And that is another point. A point that I'm not even going to dig into, but it's a whole conspiracy theory online that Ice Spice.
Yeah, for real. If she's like performing, I don't even know if it's like her top songs is Boys a Liar. That's about Deli. That's about Big Guy. It's like mid as hell. Barbie World and Princess Diana is valid. In the Hood, I think it's valid. If she want to get like the little girls together or whatever, you put like a little yacht with Lotto, you feel me? Gangsta Boo? I don't even know about that one though. You know how I feel about little TJ. Little corny ass. But yeah, anything else, bro? Bikini Bottom, cool. BB Belt, I like BB Belt. But other than that, it's fries, bro. Right now, she gotta come back. Cause not gonna lie, Lotto said she was retiring and she can come back at any time and drop something. You feel me? Cause I still be Hostage. That's my jam. And they be playing at the club too. They don't play no Ice Spice at the club no more. It's not. Damn, bro, this sad. Yeah. She was at the top. They were calling her Princess Rap. Now we got somebody like Trim. And she's not even valid. But
you know, might have like a poop fetish or some shit because that's like her #1 reference point. Y'all know how like a lot of artists might have a catchphrase or something that they always come back to. Y'all know how the Game got his line, I'll be in a red rose, white ceiling. You know, he said that over and over and over again. That was Ice Spice thing, talking about poop, and the internet was really digging into it. People was really putting think pieces behind some.
You think she got like a scat fetish though? If she do, then I kind of take her off my roster again because I don't mess with that at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's nasty.
Bullshit. It's the internet though. You can't be surprised. But back to the article, it says Ice Spice needs a new sound. She needs to get away from Riot.
They trying hard.
A producer that had a really big part to play in her career, but one that was also a big pain point in her career because Riot really made a lot of her bigger songs. Her first hits, the songs that really put her on Riot.
You think that's what it is? Is he not producing for her no more? Cause he could make beats. You know what I'm saying? There's some that's a little iffy, but he can make beats. But I don't know if he's still if they're still like working with each other anymore.
They had a really bad falling out. A falling out that looked bad on all parts, right? There was speculation that Ice Spice was cheating on Riot with Lil TJ. Then people are looking at Ice Spice like, damn, you backstabbing your mans like that. The nigga that really put you on, the man.
It's always Lil TJ, bro. Mans needs to get out of here, dog. Like that's why he be getting done the way he be getting done, bro. That's that bad karma, dog. TJ always in some.
And it gave you basically a career. He gave you these beats. He gave you.
You gotta have a Drake effect with these girls, bro.
He gave you these chances and built you up, and you flipped on them like that. And it had a lot of people looking at Ice Spice crazy. And you know, the way that we even found this information out was because a friend of hers, a real close friend of Ice Spice, went through this really bad schizo moment. Baby Storm, right? She was friends with Ice Spice.
I remember that.
And she started going through it one day and was just throwing all the Ice Spice business online. And one of these pain points that she tackled was Riot and Ice Spice's relationship. She would say this: if you ever wish Payday came sooner, this might actually help. There's this have
I didn't see that
career,
coming.
and the one who pushed her to rap. She cheated on him with Lil TJ, then rapped about it on their song together. If you don't believe me, just go back and read the lyrics. Read the lyrics to Gangsta Boo. But this time, read carefully. They were talking about him. She knows no loyalty, not even to the only person who was always there for her. And then she would post a message where she texted Ryan and she was like, look, Ice Spice cheated on you back in 2022. Her and TJ had something going on, and she sat and lied to your face about it. You quit.
This is some. Who sent this, bro? Ice Spice's former friend alleges that she's dating Riot and cheated on him with Lil TJ. Hold on, because this TikTok thing in the way. I just cheated on you with Lil TJ in 2022 and lied to your face about it. Then she had the audacity to sing about it in Gangsta Boo, the song you produced. Damn. Imagine that. Ask her about it. Why would she even answer that? She was in love with him for almost a year. I'm sorry. It happened the night she slept in TJ's bed while you was in the house. Ice, you moving like that? Damn, bro, you moving like that though? Like you were real thoughty. You was really rapping them. Now when she called Cleopatra a vacuum.
Questioned her, she lied. You thought it was a problem, you thought something was really going on, she lied to you. This is what Ice Spice's friend allegedly said really went on. She said Ice Spice was in love with him for almost a year. It happened the night she slept in TJ's bed while you were in the house. She said this nigga was in the house, his girl upstairs getting cracked by Lil TJ. No.
But why Lil TJ though? That's what I'm saying. Like, Shorty can get anybody. You had Drake on your body at least, and you went for Lil TJ though. Like, nigga that can't even grow his hair, bro. It stayed the same length for the past 6 years.
That's a crazy storyline. I wouldn't even want the internet to know that. But this friend touched on a lot of points that we're going to touch on throughout this video. And she would say, by the way, don't worry about the hate I'm getting because the only people hating on me are the Barbs, who I don't care about. Nicki is also evil, and the Barbs hating don't even know that Ice Spice only used her for a feature. That's why she attacked Lotto too. Lotto has always been her biggest nightmare in competition. She jealous of her for years because Lotto is who Ice Spice was pretending to be. She purposely used Nicki so she could get a feature and surpass Lotto. She used Nicki and the Barbs to do so. And at that time, Ice Spice and Nicki had a relationship. And
this moment was like one of those where it's kind of like where they refused to cooperate with what the industry got going on, and they start lashing out, and then there starts to get word like, yo, she's a little crazy. Don't even believe her, bro. Y'all gonna listen to her? She's going through some things. She's not even mentally stable, and that's what kind of discredit what she was saying, especially when she was siding. Oh, well, she wasn't sided with Nicki. She over here calling her evil and all that. Man, go ahead.
Like every relationship that involves Nicki Minaj, it falls out at some point. Something bad happens to where Nicki and said artist just don't work together no more.
Nicki Minaj for forgiveness after realizing she's flopping without the Barbs. So you got Ice Spice out here commenting on Nicki Minaj's post, out here trying to get Nicki Minaj to be back cool with her after dissing her, right? Ice Spice is realizing her fan base ain't as big as she thought it was, right? Been flopping left and right. Done lost 27 million listeners on Spotify, right? And had the nerve to call Nicki Minaj delusional. Now it's looking like Ice Spice was the delusional one. She was delusional because she thought she was that big, when in reality, that was a lot of Barbs banging with her, right? It's looking like Ice Spice was the one that was ungrateful because she didn't appreciate a mega star like Nicki collaborating with her, right? To this day, her big...
Is he a Barb? I don't know. He sound like he low. A little salty.
biggest songs are songs that was with Nicki Minaj. Now,
And in September last year, Ice Spice would come out and she would talk about it. She would talk about the drama.
Why it look like we in the same room? We in the same room. We got the same headphones on again. What's up with you, bro?
With her and Nicki Minaj. In the middle of 2024, Baby Storm, the friend we were just talking about, will come out and start exposing the true nature of Nicki Minaj's relationship with Ice Spice. And Ice Spice will come out and she would confirm it. She would confirm that what happened in that situation and the messages that were exposed were real. Ice Spice sat down and addressed her sadness and disappointment in Baby Storm. She said, I think the saddest part of the whole situation is somebody I knew for many years, someone I called my friend, had me open up and be vulnerable with them, then took complete advantage of that for their own benefit. So the saddest part really was just feeling used. Ultimately, some of them texts were about contract negotiations as Nicki was trying to sign Ice Spice at the time. What I said in them texts was just in a moment of frustration around contract negotiations. And the messages that Ice Spice will represent was when she would say this. The song is an opportunity I brought to Nicki Minaj because the Barbie producers invited me to do it alone. But since that's her brand, I invited her on and she doesn't even see that as me bringing her something. She's kind of like my mom, ungrateful and delusional. I cut her off, by the way. I'm not speaking on her till January. And I'm not going to lie, Ice Spice owning up to the messages isn't something that we would see a lot of people do. She came out and she said, yes, you know, I was just mad about the contract shit. A lot of people wouldn't have took that up. Like a lot of people wouldn't have really admitted that. But the problem is you dissing Nicki Minaj out of all people. Messages of you talking down on Nicki Minaj came out, and she has one of the most cult-like fan bases of all time.
There seemed to be a little pattern though. I don't like that.
And immediately when this information came out, a large portion of Ice Spice fan base turned on her because think about it. Who is the average Ice Spice audience? It ain't probably you. It's not me. It's not just the average nigga listening to music. The average Ice Spice fan base probably had a mix of Barbs in it, probably had a mix of Lotto fans, probably had a mix of all of these people that Ice Spice came to beef with, right? So for you to know as a fact that a large portion of your audience is the Barbs, is Nicki Minaj fan, then messages of you talking down on Nicki came out, 2 and 2 just adding together. A lot of these people turned on Ice Spice. A lot of these people look at Ice Spice now and they see a clown. They see somebody who turned on their goat. These Nicki fans not fucking with Ice Spice no more. Before I keep going on, I drop all my vids on Spotify now and Get Like Prince. If that's more convenient for you, you might as well go over there, drop 5 stars, hit a follow. All the support y'all give is appreciated. Complex would say those very tasting discussions are what Ice Spice feels led to her and Nicki Minaj not being as close as they could be today. In an interview with Keke Palmer, she explains how it essentially just wasn't the right time. I really tried to let our lawyers handle everything and our managers, but I was already signed when she was trying to sign me. So I think that's where the hiccups were, because it was really like no room anymore at that point to make a deal. I'm signing 2 labels. So that was already a thing. But even though that didn't pan out, it's love like always. I still look up to her like she's my mother.
I think she just got to drop. Just got to start with a single. Promote that. Then after that, drop another single. Probably another one after that. Then do like a little EP. And then if that's popping, go on to make, work on her album. Announce that she's working on the album. Then when she has make it probably 8 to 10 songs, and then have that one single for the leading single, drop that. I'm giving too much sauce, gang. She got to pay me for that. No cap. But yeah, she could start like that. Yeah, if the music is good. That's why she has to depend on her label, whatever label she got, because link up with some songwriters, link up with some producers, get something going, because it's not.
Calling back to the message where she said Nicki Minaj is like my mother, but she's ungrateful and delusional. It's kind of just going back. She would also say, I could have chose different words, but at the end of the day, regardless of how I felt about Nicki in that moment, she's still somebody I respect as an artist. I'm always going to admire everything she's done for me and the culture. And honestly, this was a real mature response from Ice Spice. I feel like a lot of people probably wouldn't expect a response like this from Ice Spice, and some people are gonna try to say she's saving face, like the clip I played earlier. He's like, yeah, Ice Spice trying to save face and trying to suck up the Nicki Minaj because she want the fan base. But I feel like at that same time, it could be a mix of that and her realizing maybe I shouldn't have been talking how I was talking in the messages. And even though I do respect her as a person, I can admit where I was wrong in this situation. But aside from all the antics, back to the music point, Ice Spice lost a lot of her relevance because the music just simply wasn't good. And it's not like I'm just sitting here talking crazy or I'm talking shit. I'm just keeping it 100. Like, the music Ice Spice was putting out wasn't really quality music. And music not being quality isn't gonna hold up. Nothing not being quality is gonna hold up. She was lacking something in the music department. Comparing her to a lot of other female artists that we have right now, you know, a BK the Ruler, that's real quality music.
I'd never heard her. You heard her, Smitty? 'Cause I ain't never heard of this one. It's my first time hearing BK the Ruler. I know Ken the Man.
Doechii, even though Doechii is very hated, that's real quality music.
All right, you gotta be for real though. I ain't gonna lie. Once you said that, you kind of lost all credibility. Because what you said, Doechii, real quality music. Where is that? Because she won a Grammy. No, the last single that she dropped, it flopped, and she had SZA on that joint. Right after SZA had a number top 10, top 5.
Music. Even if you want to look outside of hip hop, you got a Clairo, you can go, you talking about Pink Panthers. There's so much quality music coming from all of these different women. And then once you look at Ice Spice, you question it. You're like, why would I throw you on when everybody else is really dropping good music?
But that's subjective then, because the people you naming, I ain't hear nothing from. Pink Panther, Pantress, whatever. I've seen one song that she dropped recently, and then that's it. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I haven't heard any other thing. Like,
You're not.
Keep saying the
yeah,
reason
his cuts is low-key frying me. I ain't
as
gonna
to
lie.
why Ice Spice fell off has to do with the fact that she was colorist. I think that argument falls flat when you remember that she's a rapper. If people in the rap scene actually cared about colorism like they say they do, there would be no rappers. I'm sorry. The amount of rappers that y'all will have will be very small. I think the reason as to why she's flopping is because the well for Ice Spice dried up. Let's think about Ice Spice. What is she? The light-skinned, thick girl who goes viral. And none of those are sustainable. I'm so sorry.
But I don't like how like people try to like discredit it and downplay it to that degree. Like, oh, she's only popping because she's light skinned. Nigga, no, because you still got Sexy Red going crazy. You feel what I'm saying? You got Taffy Baby. She going. You got Pluto still, Flo Milli. You feel what I'm saying? Like, don't do that light skin shit, bro. The complaining with the color, the complexions and all that. Like, you gotta chill, bro. Because there's dark skins that are doing way better than even Doechii. You just named Doechii. What are you talking about?
Because at some point, no matter how pretty you are, no matter how viral you are, no matter how light-skinned you are, no matter how thick you are,
If the music
there
ain't
has to
good, it
come
ain't
a
good.
point where people are going to judge you as a rapper for the lyrics that you write.
They done bullied Sweetie out her own game, dog. They said, hey, the music's trash. You might as well just stick to looking pretty. Like, it ain't got nothing to do with skin tone.
And if they are not good, you will cease to exist, you know? You'll become another Sweetie. The thing is, the colorism issues happened around the same time as the well drying up, and that's why people were like, oh, she's flopping because of the colorism stuff. That really didn't have anything to do with it. If you actually look at the whole Baby Sky situation, that situation actually flopped. You had to be really chronically online to see the screenshots to see what people were talking about with Ice Spice. Cleopatra mess was still chronically online, but not as deep as it was with the Baby Storm situation. I think they both did a bit of damage, but did I think it was like super like great? No. I honestly think the future of Ice Spice for the
Yeah, even in like 2019, it was still mid. Like, what was it? You see how I forgot? Yeah. I can't even remember. I'm not even trying to be funny.
Not great when she released Fat Butt and people did not respond to it that well. And then she had the album, nobody responded to it well. Oh, and then there was that drama with like her and that British rapper and like his girlfriend and like the fake cheating. Just the whole album was like a mess in a way.
That's Central C, the one you was talking about, bro? That's what you talking about? Because I don't remember that.
And then skip to like 5-6 months later, it's Christmas time, she releases the deluxe. Now what sense did that make? Plus, the people who were featured on it were not great features. We're talking about The Baby, Doble A, Anuel AA, which if you don't know, he's like low-key problematic and also he's like a
Double A who?
reggaeton artist. Like, what kind of sense does that make, girl? BB Tricks, who I guess kind of has a similar audience to Ice
I don't
Spice, not really,
even
I'm
know
not
who
sure.
BB Tricks is, bro.
Now, am I saying Ice Spice
Who are
can't
these
turn around and
rappers,
drop a
dog?
hit? She probably could drop a hit, a substanceless hit, because that's what she creates. But she hold an audience. Will she be able to hold that same audience that she once had? Will her looks or will these things?
Let's be for real, bro. All the top hits from 1 to 100, do they all contain substance? Are they of substance? I hate when people say that. It's just the subject matter is just lacking, bro. It's like it has no substance, bro. Listen, a lot of these good songs don't be talking about nothing. I ain't gonna lie to you. All the hits back in the day, the 90s songs, R&B, it's just the same thing. I cheated, I messed up, I want you back. Girl, I like this girl. She don't know how fine she is. I need that. I'm feeling some type of way. I need to bring her back to the crib. Now I'm trying to get busy. Simple. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no. I don't know, bro. It's just
outside
like
of
it's not
music
that.
be able to carry? Because not only as an artist, your music is worse, but numbers wise for hip hop as a whole, numbers are worse. So if you're coming into not gonna say dying, but a genre on a decline, and you're not making something exceptional, you're not making something to negate the fact that the genre that you're in is on a decline. You're making burger music, nigga. This shit dirt. It's like the numbers. It makes sense that the numbers are only gonna go down. And a large part of why hip hop is in the place it is now, because quality music isn't coming out. And this just adds on to that exact topic. But what about 2026? What has this year had in store for Ice Spice? A lot of bullshit. A lot of just random controversy that nobody really expected. I mean, if we go back a couple months, what happened? Ice Spice is out in a McDonald's. She's literally in a McDonald's.
Scrapping.
And a fan ran down on her.
A McScrapper.
She got to fighting in the middle of a McDonald's. On Friday, April 17th, TMZ shared a video of Ice Spice being assaulted by a woman inside of Los Angeles near McDonald's, which happened early Wednesday morning. In the footage below, you can see Ice Spice and a friend talking in a booth when another woman walks up to her table. Ice Spice and her friend appear to have no interest in talking with this young woman. Nevertheless, Ice Spice could be seen pointing her finger to the door as a...
Man, we already know what the story is, bro. We already talked about it, made a video and all that. Ice Spice put that hands down, all that stood 10 toes, and nobody's messing with her from that point forward. You know what I'm saying? As far as like nobody's seeing her with the hands, they want that work. But yeah, we gonna end this. With that being said, that's the end of this video. Make sure y'all like the video, hype the video, comment down below, sub up, lock in, let's get it.